All right, everyone, we have to talk about North Korea yet again because there are new expectations coming out. Pompeo has come out and said, yes, indeed, another Trump-Kim summit is likely, but not till after October. That is, we're still negotiating and so forth. We're still talking. It takes a long time. You got to realize when you have an isolated country that has been not only antagonistic but technically at war with us for 70 years, it's going to take a little bit of time for that sub-Cold War sort of mentality to thaw out. Made leaps and bounds already. I like it when people are saying, well, Trump has not actually achieved that much in Korea right now. Like the last four fucking presidents achieved buttfuck anything. From Herbert Walker on through, the issue of North Korea attempting to gain first atomic and then hydrogen weapons was totally ignored. The threat was totally ignored. Clinton gave them their nuclear program on a silver platter in exchange for hollow promises that they wouldn't develop weapons and would allow inspectors in, which they immediately kicked out the second that they got the first uranium shipment. Don't fucking tell me that Trump hasn't accomplished great things. He already has. They've been identifying those power mains. They've determined, indeed, yes, they are able to ID them. They're actually power mains. They didn't stiff us and hand us boxes full of dog bones or cigarette butt ashes or something. They're actually the remains of prisoners of war. That's an important step. You've got several summits between North and South Korea and repeated assurances, yeah, at the very least, we're working towards lasting peace. We want to officially end the war. Can you imagine the world? And just think, here's the thing. Let's say that tomorrow Kim Jong-un comes out on North Korean state TV, and their shortwave service, by the way, says, oh yeah, tomorrow we're going to be signing a piece of paper formally declaring an end to the war. We're going to rejoin our nations. We're going to get rid of all the fucking landmines and tanks and artillery and shit on the DMZ. That's about all, peace out, basically, says Kim Jong-un. If that were to actually happen, people over here would be saying, well, yeah, okay, there's peace in Korea. It was mostly South Korea's doing, or it was Obama's legacy of putting pressure on them economically. I have no doubt they would refuse to give Trump even one iota of credit for it. Despite the fact that Trump has been instrumental, his Kissinger-style madman strategy worked. I don't know how well it's going to work. He's trying to export it to Iran. I'm skeptical, much more skeptical of that. I do oppose some of the warmongering rhetoric that was employed, but it did work. Ideologically, I have to oppose that side of it, but the strategy did pay off. North Korea has partially opened itself to the outside world. Part of that is Trump has basically threatened to nuke them, annihilate them off the face of the earth if they don't. It seems to have worked. Indeed, a lot of people were terrified he was going to start World War III over North Korea. What ended up actually happening? Decent relations, it seems. Trump and Kim shake hands. You got to realize, here's what they're hoping that the Western public doesn't understand. Trump's adversaries, I mean. The fact that a lot of the ceremonial side of it is simply symbolic. We planted a peace tree. We walked into each other's countries. I shook Trump's hand, says Kim. The fact that a lot of that is simply symbolic is still important. Because you've got to understand the symbology of how you treat others within the context of certainly Korean and uniquely East Asian politics. If have you studied these things, it's a little bit more important there than it is in Western Europe, where in Western Europe, if there's some sort of gaffe, it's considered, humorous. It's considered funny. Trudeau's tripped a little bit. Trump didn't shake Netanyahu's hand. He sort of just moves to the side of the stage. It's considered meme-worthy or maybe cringy or funny. It's like when Bush was in Beijing that time. You remember, I think it was his second state visit to China. And he couldn't open the door. He kept trying to push it, and then, he managed to have it open for him. And it was sort of bumbling. People here thought it was hilarious. People over in China thought, what a fucking idiot he is. He doesn't even know how to open a door. How the fuck is he going to negotiate with us? The same is true of Obama. Obama being stiffed by China when he went over there. They didn't roll out the red carpet for him. They didn't send a limo for him. They didn't send a delegation. It was basically he emerges on the tarmac. Everyone's completely gone. In China, that was a sign of massive disrespect. He should have turned around, gotten back into his plane and said, fuck you, and flown back to D.C. and waited for them to apologize. Instead, because he is a Westerner who doesn't know anything about East Asia, he thought, well, this is a little creepy. It's an empty airport, and he goes to his state visit and accomplishes nothing. There's a reason that he accomplished nothing. Being disrespected, even in a symbolic sense, is the death knell of negotiations. This is why. When North Korea, and it was a test, It was a test to see what Trump would do, to see what his mettle was made of. When North Korea insulted Mike Pence on the eve of his summit, Trump's summit with Kim Jong-un, the U.S. immediately, he commanded everyone, okay, we're not having a summit. Fuck off. You disrespected our vice president. I want a summit to go forward, but you've disrespected us. We'll wait until we'll set something up in the future. Within 24 hours, North Korea's like, no, we want a summit so badly. We love the United States. Please, Mr. Trump, listen to reason. And being very apologetic. That's how you negotiate with North Korea. It's like Jinping. It's not like Western Europe. The globalists are weak. They want a world comprised of multiple sort of nations that are equal to one another, in the sense of the EU, and we're all the same. Ultimately, we're all part of the same world. Hippy-trippy nonsense, and it literally is the nonsense. It's not the way that the world actually works. People are cutthroats and backstab each other. China and Russia, North Korea, and all these other nations, they still understand that. They've been under stress, especially if they've been outside of the Western sphere, untouched by that sort of hippy-trippy feel-good mentality. They're still openly cutthroat. That's how business is done in Moscow. You piss Putin off, you will die. You piss Jinping off, you end up in the fucking salt quarry. That's the way that it works over there. My hope is that there's another summit you can expect. There's a 99% chance. They lock it down and say, okay, we're going to have a summit. They will insult Pompeo, or they'll insult Mike Pence, or their state media will talk about Trump's hand size, or something will happen on the eve of it. The U.S. will then symbolically withdraw. The North Koreans will say, no, we didn't truly mean it, and then the summit will go ahead. And that's, how it'll work. Or the U.S. will test North Korea, and he'll say something about Kim Jong-un not making enough progress. They'll withdraw in a huff. And Trump will say, well, we want progress to be made. I don't mean I have a problem with you. That wasn't my intent. Be very conciliatory. That's how you do it. And he's done this before. It's happened like fucking 5 times. More and more progress is made. We've gotten power mains. They're talking about, well, North Korea didn't need this engine assembly facility anymore. So it's just symbolic that they're destroying it. They are think about it. Kim is explaining to his population that he's destroying a piece of military infrastructure after 70 years of Juche. That is not just symbolic. It doesn't matter if it's a half-empty facility that's no longer needed because it's outdated. It literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that when they bombed out their nuke test site, it doesn't matter that the nuclear test site was already destabilized and had collapsed and was unsafe to be around. It's symbolic. He said, hey, we want denuclearization, we want peace. When have we heard this before from North Korea? It hasn't happened. No, before the rhetoric was all the same. We will win this great liberation struggle. We will destroy the evil Western gangster puppets in Seoul. We will nuke DC. We will burn Japan into a lake of fire, literally said by North Korea as recently as last year. We are going to burn Japan into a lake of fire for disrespecting us, they said. And of course, Western-style governments can't do shit about this. But Trump understands because he's been in business in Asia for the last 4 decades. He knows how things work. He knows how you win and how you lose. That's why the economy is going well. That's why I have infinite hope for North Korea. And here's the silver lining. The silver lining is Trump has done enough economically and in Korea, so he's already cemented himself in those two things, regardless of what happens in the midterms. Congress can't stop him from meeting with Kim Jong-un. Congress can't stop the deregulation that has already occurred and the tax cuts that are already duly passed. Trump's going to be fine for the next 2 years. He's already done what he needs to do. I'm sure he'd like to do more. He'd like it if they appropriated money for the wall. We'll see what happens with the composition of the Senate. With regards to Pompeo setting up another Trump-Kim meeting, it'd be wonderful. I think they should have 5 or 6 more meetings. They should have a meeting tomorrow, ideally. It was very funny to see the former peacenik so-called liberals, who are really just neocon sellouts at this point. They claim to be liberals. They don't even know what that means. They're like, oh, you shouldn't be meeting with these dictators while snubbing people in Western Europe. Well, North Korea doesn't take free U.S. money. Therein lies the difference. We don't have trade deals with North Korea. Going to be a little bit difficult to pressure them on NAFTA. Ultimately, we've got to be a little bit more harsh with our friends and our allies over here because we've been slowly boiled like a frog for the last 50 fucking years on trade deals and on everything else, tariffs and so forth. He's getting that done. China had to re-stimulate its economy. Ours is still soaring. Fucking, he's already won the tariff war. It's like China's economy just doesn't realize it yet. Wait till that hammer hits. That's about all. Peace out.